Hello, I'm going to do a garden tour. See how much my garden's grown since I did the last one. It's really overgrown now, kind of a mess, but let's see what it looks like. This is a much later row I planted of tomatoes, chocolate sprinkles, Cherokee purple, and I think chocolate cherry. I don't know, it doesn't look like a chocolate cherry. I don't know what it is. And these were very prolific. I've already picked a lot of them. It's German lunchbox, and right next to it is Juliet. Juliet's very prolific too. I picked a lot of those, and they are better tasting than the German lunchbox. German lunchbox, I'm disappointed in. They were the first ones to put on fruit and to ripen, but they are mushy and kind of blah tasting. But then all of the tomatoes seem to be less flavorful than usual, and it could be because we've had so much rain, but even before all the rain they were that way. Here's another German lunchbox. This looks like it might also be a German lunchbox. It came from a sucker I pruned off the bottom of one of the plants and just planted it. I didn't know what it was going to be. This is an echinacea, and this is one of my green giants. It's probably 6 foot tall. It's not too bad, but it's about to pull the cage over because it's so heavy. And I already took one off of there that was a pound, 5.8 ounces. They're supposed to be one of the best tasting tomatoes in taste test, but when I tasted it, it was nice. It was maybe too ripe. It's pretty soft and kind of sweet, pretty sweet, mild. This is a grape cherry tomato I planted. Lots of marigolds. My strawberries are under there somewhere. I have some peppers stuck in here that are doing okay. This grape tomato is going all over the world, but not really producing all that much. I bought that one from the store. And see there, you can see the green giant. It's pretty giant. I think this is the German lunchbox getting really tall. See how tall that is? Way up there. I'm gonna guess that one is maybe 6.5, 7 feet for sure. Maybe 7. And they're coming out into my aisle. This is another green giant. Oh, that's the green giant that's tall, not the German lunchbox. See, it goes way up there. And then another German lunchbox, and another German lunchbox. This is, I think this one's let me see. You see either Jetstar or Better Boy. I forget which is which. Oh, this one is Better Boy. I already picked some tomatoes off of it, and so far the flavor hasn't wowed me. This is coming from the Better Boy, these giant ones here. Let's see what those taste like. So are these. I think most of these are coming from the Better Boy. But the other one's a Jetstar, and there's quite a few on it too. Then I was going to pull this one up. Look how it's still produced, even though it looked like it was about dead the whole time it was growing. It's an Amish paste. There's a bunch of tomatoes on it. I'm really surprised because I thought it had a viral wilt from leafhopper or something, because it was so curled and crinkly and looked terrible. This one is a black krim I bought from the store. I bought both of those from the store. All the rest of my plants I pretty much grew from seed. This black krim didn't look very good, and it's got a few tomatoes on it, but still doesn't look very good. I stuck peppers in here and there between them. This is a Millionaire, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 maybe tomatoes on it. It's not super prolific, but it's pretty tall. It's an Ozark heirloom. It's supposed to be a pink tomato. It's supposed to be pretty prolific, but I'm not seeing a lot of tomatoes. But check out the size of the tomatoes. Look at these. This is 2 tomatoes. This 3 bump one on the left, and then big giant one on the right. That is pretty big. I'm anxious to see what that one weighs and what it tastes like. It'll be fun. Then this little row, I just stuck, I planted some more various ones. Some of them are doing okay, some of them not so much. And I got another row over here. I have a few that are starting to come up. I mean, they're coming up pretty big. And I did a row here, and for some reason, a lot of them just kept dying. They didn't like this spot. Some of them are starting to put on tomatoes. I planted a few others over here. They're not doing a lot. I've got squash stuck here and there and peppers. These right here grew up in some pots I had peppers planted in, so I don't know if there were tomato seeds mixed in with the peppers or if I just forgot I was going to do peppers and I put some tomatoes in it and then did peppers. I don't know. This is our trellis. We put up 3 cattle panels with 6 T-posts, and this is my hay bale garden. You can't quite see the hay bales, but I'm not sure I like them. But the cucumbers were, and these are cucumbers and cantaloupe. They were doing great, and they're going over the top. But for some reason, some of them started wilting really bad on the upper branches, and it could be because I threw some cloths over the top to shade them, and somehow that might have interfered with something. They were okay before, but they tend to really droop in the sun during the day. I've got some okra here and there. I started thinking they would shade the cucumbers, but I realize now they're going to get too big probably to be helpful. And then this is a Better Boy. It's kind of going all out here. I'm going to make more cages like I've always used, out of concrete reinforcing wire, and the ones I made before I painted so they wouldn't be rusty. I like that a lot better. I'm going to make more of those because this tying up stuff is not working for me. They just keep drooping, falling over, and I don't know. So here's some more various tomatoes. I'm not sure. Let's see. This is classic beefsteak. A lot of those died for some reason, but let's see what this one is. This is Millionaire. It's supposed to be Millionaire. They're not huge like that other one. Well, there was one here called Big Daddy, but I'm not, maybe it, oh yeah, it kind of fell over. A lot of them didn't do very well over here, even though I put all kinds of good stuff in the soil and in the holes. And this one is German pink. Some of these heirlooms, I've got like 1 tomato. Here's Big Zack. And it's got, I think, 2 tomatoes. It's getting pretty big though. That's supposed to be one, I was talking to a seed company today, and they said that one of their customers grows 6-pound tomatoes on that Big Zack. I'm not sure which one that is, but oh, this is Porterhouse. It's supposed to be a really big pink tomato. So we'll see. This one was supposed to be New Girl, but the seeds are mixed up or something because I didn't even have any seeds for yellow cherry tomatoes, but it turned out to be yellow cherry tomatoes. So I think they're mixed up anyway. This one is really big. This is another Big Zack. That one is pretty big. Check it out. It's huge. But there's only 1 tomato. Well, there's a couple of them setting fruit up on top here. Yeah, there they are. And then this one is Green Giant. They get really tall. They do get big eventually, but there's only like 3 tomatoes on here. I did not follow up with fertilizing like I meant to do. I just don't always feel like getting out here and doing all the stuff I need to do. Not sure which one this is. There's a few others over here. This is black crim. It's supposed to be black crim. Doesn't really look like it yet, but it's got several tomatoes on it. So we'll see how that turns out. I hope they come out so I can taste them. And then I didn't remember planting any kind of cherry tomato down here, but that's what I've got. I've got some jet stars, I think, down here. This is my hay bale experiment. I was taking my cue from a guy who has beautiful hay bale gardens, and he uses hay instead of straw. It's more nutritious and everything, and he can't really get straw very easily where he lives. And we thought hay is supposed to be less likely to be sprayed or treated with herbicides and stuff, but finding out that there is an herbicide they use on hay. So, I don't know. I've got, like he does on his, I've got sweet potatoes planted. That's sweet potatoes right there on the outside perimeter of hay bales. And in the middle, I've got melons, cantaloupe, and watermelon. I think there's a couple kinds of watermelon in this one. And there might be a couple kinds of cantaloupe. I know altogether I planted several kinds of cantaloupe. Here's another one. It's got a zucchini on the outside. And strawberry watermelon planted right here and inside. That was the last thing I planted. And here's another one. Then before that I had some cantaloupe and crimson sweet watermelon might be in the other square. And they're going all over the place. This is my wood chip pile that I never got around to spreading because it is a lot of work to spread those. Oh, I got some melons here and there. I saw some down here somewhere. Now, all those things are hard to see, but there's a couple right here. And another squash of some sort. I think it's yellow prolific. Here's some more zucchini. I just checked them the other day and they've got some on them. I saw over on that side, there's like 3 kinds of zucchini. I think that one, light colored one, is striped, and then